Jeff Jarrett, giving an interview, was quoted as saying, talking about Hangman Adam Page, that Hangman makes everyone around him better, which is really, again, I think in any sport, like in anything competitively, that's a compliment that you want. We hear it about quarterbacks all the time. You hear about players in the NBA. So who in wrestling makes everyone better? And I think there's a couple of different ways that you can really interpret this. Like I think of how people talk about Shawn Michaels, or the way that people talk about Will Ospreay. Oh, match with a broomstick and I could be entertained. So clearly that's somebody who elevates. Or is it just somebody being around like Sami Zayn? I feel like ever since Sami was pulled into the bloodline, just about every story that Sami's been involved with, he makes that story better. Who in wrestling makes everyone better?
Who is it on the Brewers?
Don't do that. On the Brewers, it's probably Bryce Terang.
Bryce Terang, right?
Yep.
Who's the Bryce Terang of wrestling? Now, I'm a White Sox fan. I've got nobody.
Yeah.
I've got nobody that makes anyone better, because we're just barely better than the Rockies. So I've got nobody. You would hope that's going to be someone that will emerge, but not yet. Definitely not. So who's the Terang of wrestling? So, I didn't write down any stars, but I wrote down guys that make the business better, like Mark Briscoe.
Oh, he is the ultimate team guy. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, you need me to be ROH world champ? Yeah, I can do that. And I feel like that was almost a reward for him, too, for doing all the different, like, dirty work stuff. Oh, you just need somebody out there to kind of complete and eat some pins and, in the tournament we do at the end of the year. Yeah, I can do that. Oh, you need me to do an ambulance match? Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, Mark Briscoe, I think, is a great answer.
Mark Briscoe needs wins, even though he had a tremendous stretcher match.
Yes.
And I just think, again, for a guy that bled all over the place in a stretcher match, and for Tony Khan to say, hey, could you keep your shirt on and bleed more? Because you're going to need to be needed at the end of the night. He just stayed in the same outfit. He's like, okay, just keep bleeding for me. We'll need you later. Mark Briscoe's that guy who loses a lot, but yet deserves victory. And I think that more victories. He did have a run as ROH champion. I get that. But I think he's one of those glue guys that I would have on the list. I will write down Chad Gable as someone who's that guy also. Not Americano. I'm talking about Chad. Chad will give you a great match every time. Mm-hmm. Clearly, there's more money in Americano than it is Chad. Chad sucks. But Americano, thumbs up. And again, a glue guy that can wrestle really well. And so I wrote him down as one of the choices.
Yeah, Chad Gable is one that certainly came to mind. Again, I go back to Sami. I feel like Sami Zayn is somebody that will, has taken a bunch of defeats over the years, but he's very good in the ring. He's going to sell well. He's going to do whatever you ask Sami to do, he's going to be able to do, and he's going to be able to do it well. It's like Sami Zayn is another one that immediately comes to mind. Again, we were just talking about her. Like Natty would probably be on this list. We haven't seen her on WWE television for a while, but she's been able to enhance everyone else around her. She's been around for such a long time and is such a smart wrestler. She's been able to impart some of that wisdom on people. So I think certainly, she kind of fits that bill. I think Chelsea Green's kind of working her way into being that. Of whenever she's involved, like it's going to be a worthwhile thing to have on TV and a worthwhile thing to invest yourself in as a fan.
I wrote down Sheamus. No, he's been around for a long time. Mm-hmm. You always get a good match out of Sheamus. Sheamus gets a full body workout when he wrestles. Some that you've seen over the years, especially in WWE, they can wrestle 15 minutes and never sweat. When Sheamus is out there, it's always 15 minutes, and like the spiky top flops down. He's got in a full lather. It's like, boy, this guy gave his all, man. Look at him. He's sweating his ass off out there. So he's working hard. So he's one of those guys, I think that, it's funny. Like, we've seen The Miz way too long in one company. Mm-hmm. We've seen Randy Orton in the company way too long. For Sheamus, I never get tired of Sheamus. He's so in and out of the company sometimes. It's like when he comes back, it's like it's the same guy, but he gives you a good effort, whether he wins or loses. And I give him credit for that.
Oh, and he's got moves that are over. Like, people love counting along when he ties you up in the rope and just starts pounding away on the chest. Like, people love getting into that. And Yeah, and again, he's been around for so long. He's had a couple world championship runs. Like there's an air of legitimacy when he gets involved. So like him popping up, yeah, I think that's always going to go. Oh, okay, this is worth paying attention to now. What's going to happen? What's going on over here?